What is up, nerds? Welcome to Cwisby's Castle. This is totally my normal voice. Yes. Let us go to the show and see what Kai and Barry are going to do about this spooky-ass island they decided to explore.
So, hey, new episode, hey!
Welcome back!
Welcome back!
Wait. I brought rice cakes again.
It's totally not the same rice cakes.
Still,
What are you about to play something from your phone?
No. This is my
your travel music?
this is my travel box.
What's a travel box? What is that?
Dragon Ball Z copy.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we can't use that. We just had to cut everything from there.
Wait, really? We can't use that?
Of course not. Do you know about copyright laws?
It's a shitty Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z copy.
It's the shitty one, they won't care.
Which one is it shitty?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be, oh, here we go, get the perfect thing.
Watch this video on the 5 strongest Dragon Ball Z characters.
And on Super or
I don't know, like
just Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z. I don't know the difference. I just watched it yesterday and I thought of you the whole time how big a nerd you were.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Nerd.
So, welcome back. So we
That was a really good theme song. You can put that out there.
so we cut back. We are joined again by Kai, the wood elven thief. I always forget you're a wood elf.
Hold on, let me just put this out there. Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Right.
It's Kai.
I get it.
So it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
It's not. It can't get copyrighted.
It can't get copyrighted. That's my name. And Barry with his humongous bird Chardee. And the 2 contractors, Cohen Schwartz, otherwise known as, what was it? Joel?
Jeff.
Joel?
Nobody knows his name. Call him all kinds of
He's the group's preacher, Joel Osteen.
And Chadinson.
real piece of shit.
Oh, fucked up.
And the 4 of them were just attacked by some very strange tentacle wolves, and they are making their way down the road to the 4 manors of Southern Palace Island. And yeah, you are here. Actually, we cut back. The 4 of you turn the corner of the road, and you look out, and you see one manor that sort of sits atop a hill, and the other 3 on your map you realize have been taken by just weather, I guess, because the entire ground where those 3 manors once stood has fallen into the ocean, sort of making
It doesn't look like this anymore?
It does not look like that anymore.
tsunami.
You want to see?
Which one's on the hill? This one?
Here, I'll do it. Do it for
Did
you.
it make a tsunami?
Yes.
Did it make a tsunami?
Yes. Those trees landing in the water made a tsunami.
From the powder bomb?
It's inland.
Oh, it fell in a pond and made
Do you
a.
have a map?
I'm really fucked up right now. Like I'm super drunk at my lines in. Like,
So there's actually only one manor. It's the actual closest one to you. You see that the ocean has sort of retaken some of this island, it seems like, and the 3 manors that once stood here are now just gone. You don't see any even remains of what they were because it is now just ocean. And like I said, it has made sort of a bay in this island now, and it's, the cliffs have now even become more cliff-like because the ground has just fallen.
Cliffs or more cliffs?
The cliffs are more cliffs.
they're
But one manor does still stand. You can actually see it from here. The path, the road that leads up to it is before you. There's a gate made of iron that is fallen in most places, but the actual gate itself still stands. And it says on the gate, "The house on Harrow Downhill."
Oh, I make Chardee go fly around and make sure nothing's crazy happening.
I walk up to the gate, start banging on. I'm like, "Open up, motherfucker!"
And as you do that, you guys look up at the manor, and the manor is 3 stories. 2 stories, the first 2 are the same size, and then the top is, say that the first 2 stories have like 8 windows. The top one only has 3. And as you're looking at it,
So it tapers, like it's like that.
it's more of like sort of imagine it's like a box on the bottom.
Like a penis.
No,
Is
it's
this one?
The top right, yeah.
No, it does look like a penis.
It's a penis. It's
You're
the
not.
penis house.
You're not wrong. It's like a box on the bottom, and then the top is just another box with sort of a steeple on top of it.
Reservoir tip.
And the hole is at the base. It's
The hole is a door. You dumbass. The manor is still standing in all sorts of ways. Like, it is still standing. It doesn't even really look that weathered. You're surprised to see?
very new.
Yeah.
It's like a Cretan home.
And you see that one of the top windows, one of the 3 windows, the one on the right, has a light on. Maybe a candle or a torch or something, but it sort of flickers like it's a flame.
Send Chardee up there, and we're going through the top. We're not going in.
We're gonna use the.
I got a grappling hook. You got a fly. I got a bird. We're going through the top.
Wait, what about those 2? We got the big 2 dumbasses with us.
We're like
That are
Navy
only getting
SEALs. We
20%
never take the front door. We're going in through the roof.
I mean, I agree, but how are they gonna get in? Oh, we send them to the bottom. We'll meet up.
2 avenues of attack. Here we go.
So the 4 of you begin to walk up the path. Chardee takes flight, and he begins to circle the building. And you're looking up at that window when a figure, a silhouette, appears in front of the flame, stands in front of it for a few seconds, stares out. You can't see what it is, just a silhouette. It stares out. It lays motionless, and then the flame goes out from behind it.
Oh shit!
Dude, we might be fucked.
Alright, let's turn around. Alright, guys, let's fucking turn around. That was some spooky ass shit.
I got a new idea. We're coming in with force.
Through the front door.
I have experience with the powder bombs now.
Well, hold on.
We're doing a banging entrance.
I don't know if I would call that experience.
Well, I'm pretty fucking scared, so I'm gonna take quite a few swigs in my wineskin real quick.
All right, you're going in first since you're drunk.
Deal.
That's a healthy habit
So we're
you
gonna
have there.
stack the door. We're gonna stack the door like a SWAT team.
Well, first, Chardee comes back. You know, it takes you maybe 5 minutes to actually walk up the path because it's a heavy incline, you know, and it kind of winds a little bit.
I noticed he's missing a lot of tail feathers.
He's not, but he lands on your shoulder and
Talk to me the way that no, like
he does not talk to you.
But we understand each other. I can understand each other.
So no, here's how it does.
I'm like a guy on the internet who secretly knows Mandarin. And he can like talk to everybody. Have you seen those videos? They're really interesting. It's like this white dude who just can speak like really like all like different dialects of Chinese. So he like goes up to shops and like he'll talk to them in English, and then all of a sudden he'll bust out like some really nice like Chinese on them, and they're like, "What?" Yeah, it's really cool. I watch them all the time.
But Chardee lands on your shoulder and he sort of gives you like, yeah, he kind of chirps at you, and that means that he has. You can ask him questions, basically. He can answer yes or no questions. This is one fucking smart bird. This is so dumb.
Are we fucked?
He gives you the.
He has teeth, so I understand his facial gestures really well because
He still has a beak, though. You can't make facial expressions with a beak.
he's like,
Can I help you?
Oh, he was just like I was just doing like what he would be mumbling.
No, Kai's just behind you going.
What does Chardee say?
You have to figure it out. You have to ask him.
Ooh, Chardee, what the hell was that?
Murr.
Chardee,
Yeah, this bird is Scooby Doo, but bird form. Yeah. Oh, god damn it! Shit.
hey, Scooby.
Okay, yeah. So there's a rack door to this place.
What if he really talked like that?
But you okay? Whatever. Let's just cut the bullshit.
You take control here.
I swear, it makes me want to go to the pet store, buy a bird that I could train to speak, and bring it on these podcasts.
All right, let's just cut the bullshit. Chardee says there's a back door.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we're going through it.
Going through the back door.
Backdoor man.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin.
Dude, I'm gonna buy a parrot and teach him how to speak Mandarin.
You don't even know how to speak Mandarin. What are you talking
I'm
about?
gonna get Rosetta Stone at Barnes and Noble.
Oh, you're a bird.
Yeah.
So how are you getting to the back door? Like, what's your plan of movement here?
To one way, to the other.
Around each side?
Around each side.
All right, who's going which way?
We'll send him and Chad.
I want Jeff.
And me and Jeff go around the other way.
Do you send Chardee to fly back around?
Chardee's flying over the top of the middle.
And what else we found out is Chad, the one I'm with, he's actually bi, and he's very attracted to me. And I'm very nervous.
What's up? So you guys walk along either side of it. I'm trying to think. Alright, does I need you to step out of the room?
Wait, why?
Y'all split up! I gotta tell Josh something.
I gotta hear it anyway. Come on, Chad.
Chad's like, I'll hold it.
Okay, so you and Jeff Cohen walk along the right side of the building. And there's no windows on this side, and in fact the windows in the front are completely drawn. There's curtains in front of them, so you can't see inside of them. You go on the right side of this building. There's no windows for a second, and then you get to like the second half of it, and there is a window that you can actually look into. You stand on your tippy toes, and looking inside, you see a big old, like there's a sliver between these two curtains that you can actually see through. You see a big old table, like a big grand dining room table. All the chairs have been knocked from it. They're on their sides or on their backs or something. And it is covered in food that is fully rotted away. There's flies buzzing around it. It's moldy. It is disgusting. You don't see anything else in the room, I don't think. Let me pull this up real quick. I should have had this up already. Yeah. You see double doors to your right.
Dumbledore?
Double doors? Dumbledore. And directly across, you can see directly across. You can't see the left side. To the right side, the side that you're coming in on, there's a pair of double doors on the far wall. And looking forward, you actually see a mountain of furniture and wooden planks.
Blocking the doors?
Blocking a door. Yeah. So you guys keep going. Yeah.
After you, Chad.
Stupid. Yeah, so the four of you meet back up, as well as Chardee. You see each other at the back of the door, back of the manor. Behind the manor, you see like the beginnings of the mountains, and you actually see there's a hill, sort of directly behind this manor, and there seems to be sort of a shed built into it. So there's that. And then on the back of the manor, there is a also door directly where you two round the corner behind it. There's a door right there.
Going in.
To the door to the manor?
Door to the manor.
All right, how are we going in?
So I'm not with him right now.
No. The four of you.
Back
You met back up, yeah.
We're stacking like we've been stacking.
Wait, so what did you tell him? Why did they leave the room for?
Don't worry about it.
What? Wait, hold on.
He just saw something that you wouldn't have seen, and so yeah. Because you each went opposite sides of the building.
Damn, I was so drunk, I don't even remember splitting up.
On your way around the building, you saw two windows. Both of them had heavy curtains. And the windows in the front as well also had very heavy curtains.
Alright, we're stacking. We're sending him first, Chad, me, then Jeff, and then bringing up the rear.
Is Chardee coming with you?
No, Chardee. I tell Chardee to park it in a tree and
keep an eye out.
Find as many
and
worms as he
scream
wants.
if he hears it. And
Scream!
let me know if anything goes down.
So
He says, hey.
So is Kai sneaking in, or are you what? What's going on here?
Wait. Oh, he sends me in, and then I choose how I make my entrance, right?
No, this is a standard. We're breaching the door.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Kick it open and have a weapon drawn. Listen, I'm going to tell you what I saw. I saw a table set. The chairs and everything were all over the place. There was food on it. It was old enough that it wasn't too old, but it was rotten. So like, somebody's been here just not a long time. You're going in. I don't know what's going to happen. I love you.
This place is fucking spooky as shit.
Chad, shut up.
He draws his sword. You got it, Chief. And Cohen draws his long sword and his shield. Gives you a nod. Chad has his two-handed sword. He gives you a nod.
Wait, Cohen has a shield. We're sending Cohen first.
Alright. Let's do it.
Alright.
And you are second.
Alright, deal. Sounds good to me.
I'm third. Chad's last. Because he has a shield. Just know, I was willing to sacrifice you. We may need you now. You're getting a big cut, so you're definitely disposable. I just want to be honest.
Just want to be honest with you.
Wow.
Okay, so you bust the door down. So Cohen runs in first, followed by Kai. Cohen runs in and breaks off to the left, shield drawn in front of him, and you hear him whack into something. Kai, you walk in. Do you have your dagger drawn?
I have my crowbar drawn.
Okay, if you use your crowbar, okay, fine, whatever. So you run in behind him. You break off to the right, just opposite side of
Pun not intended. Break off. I got crowbar.
That's pretty good. Followed by you, Barry.
Yep, me.
You head up right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Chad's right behind you.
Right behind me.
Before you is a kitchen, totaling about 30 feet by 30 feet. There's the big double doors in front of you, a hallway that leads off to your right. The kitchen is fairly gross and grimy. But there are standing in there 3 people wearing very drab, very gross, once white but now brown and musty robes, and they have the same expression that the bandits had in the first tower that you went in. Cohen immediately does not hesitate, slams one of these people to the ground and stabs him in the chest.
Dang.
These are all humans, by the way.
We didn't there's no.
We're here before we attack. No, Cohen knows the deal.
All right, whatever. I'm sorry.
I draw my bow and I level it at one of them's face.
And you let fly?
I let fly.
All right, roll it.
5, 6, 7,
8.
8.
Yeah, partial success. So in the middle of this room, there's sort of like a big old island with pots and pans, all dirty, all gross, and the 2 of them are on the either side, or on the opposite side of you, and you let loose an arrow. You don't even have to roll damage, but it pierces one of them's chest, sort of in the shoulder area, and he falls back onto the ground. What do you do, Kai?
While this is going on, I'm sneaking behind one, and I backstab him.
With your crowbar?
Yeah.
All right, roll dexterity, I guess.
6 plus 2 plus I have backstab.
That doesn't add anything, but you got 6 plus 2, so you got an 8. Yeah, it's partial success.
You have a crowbar, so it doesn't penetrate.
No, you just crack it on the back of this dude's head, and he falls down dead. And as you do that, you had to walk into the room to do that, and you see now the hallway that leads down. Here, let me do this. Hold on. I'm sorry, audience. The audio will sound very bad for a second here because I have to move things around.
Chad is shifting some stuff around in his pants.
That's stupid.
He's getting uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable with prairie dogging.
You're prairie dogging? Wait, in real life or
both?
Oh.
Do you need to go to the bathroom, Josh?
See.
Okay, go ahead then. Go ahead. Go to the toilet. You gross bastard.
Oh, the outhouse.
It's the shed. So you have slain the 3 people that were in this room.
Yeah.
As their bodies fall to the floor, their bodies secrete this black liquid that seemed to be in their eyes and their mouths. It falls out of there and out of the wounds that they sustained, and their bodies quickly turn to ash.
They're fucked up.
I don't think they were.
Now you fucked up.
Now you fucked up. And Kai, looking down the hallway, I did this. Boop. Yeah, so this is where you guys are, right? This is the hallway. Looking down this hallway, you see at the end of it, a hive. And a few of those insects chittering around that hive.
Powder bomb.
You throwing a powder bomb down there?
How many you bought?
4.
It's coming in handy, huh?
Well, not really.
Oh yeah, I mean you lit a 40-foot long fuse.
So this actually isn't going to be that hard of a roll because you're just tossing it down a hallway.
Yeah, there's a wall at the end for it to stop it.
Yeah, so I don't think you really need to roll for this. So you light it with your flint and tinder, and you toss it down. And as you light it, Cohen goes, "Wait, Chief." But you light it and you toss it down there. It rolls. Hits the hive, and this hive is like taking up a lot of this back wall. You see that there's like little rice cakes. See, honestly, it's not bad when you eat it because it's so stale. Okay, no, that was pretty bad. It's caramel.
I don't think I've ever had a rice cake.
They're really good.
Yeah, this probably wouldn't be a good introduction.
But you see at least 3 of those insects that they were describing. This is the first time you're seeing them, but you toss down the powder bomb. It rolls to the end, and once again you hear a crunching of rice cake and a crack-ow as the explosion rocks the manor.
Fuck them up.
For real, fuck them up, huh? And yeah, there's a gust of flame and smoke. The hive is no more, obviously. The floor is now gone. There is now what seems to be just stone.
And I look at them and I'm like, that's how you take care of it.
And then the walls collapse. Right around the explosion, the walls collapse, including the wall that it was placed upon. And you see beyond it a room.
Hey, at least you didn't have the pick lock in the door.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. So that happened. It was very loud. And Cohen says, "Well, Chief, I think they know we're here now."
Good.
Looking around this room, there really doesn't seem to be anything of importance. It's all just really gross and really grimy food and pans. Down the hallway, there's many doors leading down there. You have the double doors that lead into the room that you saw, the dining room. But yeah.
I used my summon scroll to figure out what the hell we're doing.
You pull the scroll out and you're going to read it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you pull the scroll out. You know how to read magical scrolls.
Yeah.
Speak a different language and do it, though.
You read the words. You look at the words of power for the first time, actually, and it seems really short. And so you read the words of power. Everyone waits with bated breath. Cohen, as he actually hears these words, he kind of gets a grimace on his, not a grimace, but he kind of gets like a, what would you call this face? A
Will Smith face.
He gets sort of just a look of disgust.
I'm like, what the fuck?
And you read the final word of power. The scroll burns up in your hand as it is supposed to. 2 seconds pass by, and then from above you, flames appear once more, and the exact same scroll that you were just holding floats down into your hands. And Cohen looks at you, puts his head in his hands, and says, Chief, I think you got tricked on that one.
Fuck.
Dude, you got scammed.
When I get back to town,
We're going to beat the shit out of
looking up Mr. Megorium, and I'm sicking Chardee on him.
Oh, dude, we're going to fuck him up. Dude, I'm gonna put Chad on him, dude. Chad likes him, too.
Chardee and Chad combo.
Yeah.
Carry him away.
Tag team his ass.
Yeah. A little bird loving.
Gross. But yeah. You have a scroll of summon scroll.
Just summons a scroll?
It just summons a copy of itself.
Throw it fucking down the hallway, pissed off as shit.
You crumple it up and throw it down the hallway.
Use it.
It lands.
Whenever it goes in the flames, right?
Yeah.
Dude, we can make a paper airplane, throw it at an enemy, catches in flames, and then we get another one.
It's not really that big of a flame. It's not a fireball or anything.
It's like Inspector Gadget.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is either, but okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
My wife was watching Ferris Bueller today, though.
You actually you throw it down the hall. You throw it down the hall,
Cartoon Inspector Gadget.
Oh,
and it catches in flames again, and it reappears where it once was on the ground, but now it's not crumpled anymore.
Oh yeah, just fucking that. Okay, here we go. What do we do now, guys? This is what we're looking at.
It looks like there's like something underneath.
We clear
where that
every
explodes.
room on the way down the hallway looking for treasure.
Okay. So you go down there, left or right door first. You get to a pair of doors. So there's a total of, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 doors on your left and 4 doors on your right.
We're gonna start on lucky left. We'll go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
Alright, so the first door on your left, it is actually a pantry. There are shelves in the room. There's actually another door
In the pantry?
in the pantry that leads to, you assume, the dining room that you saw.
Let's clear everything.
The pantry is gross. There once was food stuff in here, and it is now just completely gross. There's flies buzzing through the air and everything like that.
I stop and I say, "Hey, Jeff and Cheese, clear to the right side of the hallway." Well, this is gonna take some time, obviously.
So you're going to go through the pantry?
Me and Jeff and him and Chad go this way, and we go this way.
Wait, so you're clearing both rooms at the same time?
Yep.
Not these that are marked 9 and 10?
Yep.
Okay.
I go 10, he goes 9. Then we go whatever this is. He goes 7.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
So
this way.
so room 9, or so the door on the right, across from the pantry, is an ice room. This is where they would keep like
dead bodies?
meats. So I guess so. Yeah. But the room is completely bare. There's nothing in there. It smells gross though.
Alright.
At some point there must have been stuff in here, but now it's
It's
completely
your
cleaned
call.
out.
You're heading up that little outfit.
Okay, so it's my call?
Yeah, it's a gross room.
We split off.
There's nothing in there. Like you can tell just by looking in there. Besides a foul smell, there's nothing
Clearing
in this room.
rooms.
Well, then I'm going to get the fuck out of 9 and go into 7 now.
Okay, so you're gonna move down one more room. It is completely bare, but it's a very narrow room. It's only 10 feet across. It's a very narrow room, but at the end of it, there's a staircase going down.
So you said there's a lot of bears in it?
Stupid. Stupid dumbass.
Okay, so I go to the next one. I go to 6B.
Okay, well, are you going through the pantry trying to find stuff in there?
I don't give a shit.
No,
I got
okay.
rations on me. I'm looking for treasure. I'm looking for money. I want money.
Okay, so you go to the next room. You open the door, and it's like a tiny closet with another door.
I tell Jeff to take. I'm like, hey, don't stand so close to me, dude.
I'm sorry,
Breath
Chief.
smells like just rotten.
His breath actually smells very good.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells
It
good.
makes me
Yes.
uncomfortable because
It turns you on and you're not that type of guy.
it's like you smell like my wife's breath.
Yeah, and you're like, God.
So you open the door.
Open the next door.
Yeah, so the next door leads you to a very tiny room, and inside of it is a shrine. Now the shrine is sort of... Here, let me put this back, because I realize I might be... Here, I'm just going to take this.
Double micing it?
Yeah, it might be double micing it. Sorry if it sounds bad, my bad. Let me put this back. Okay. But the room is a shrine to... Make me a lore check. Actually, no. Cohen knows this. What you see before you is like a shrine to what seems like a dragon? Or some worm of some kind. Worm with a Y. I don't know. And Cohen sort of speaks up at this. He says, I believe that is the old god of dragons. The name escapes me, but it seems that these people were worshipping the god dragon for some reason. I'm not sure why.
It's some Game of Thrones shit.
So it's like these candles. They're not lit or anything. They're lit. And there's a couple statuettes. The statuettes might be worth something.
Jeff, you got a bag?
I just have my small satchel. Sorry, Chief. Do you have a bag?
I put them in my bag.
Okay. There's 3 of them. They're kind of heavy, but...
I'm stout.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them.
All right, cool, perfect. Yeah, so each of them depicts the same dragon god, but in different forms. The same dragon, like different stances. There you go, perfect. Yeah, it's this very large dragon with 2 heads, completely scaled. But
hey,
yeah,
I found some treasure.
Treasure. You two walk out into the hallway at the same time.
I found 3 little statues of a dragon, some bullshit dragon. Cohen knows something about it.
It's not really a bullshit dragon. It's the ancient god of the dragons, typically revered by goblins and kobolds.
Only dragon I can shit about is dragon dick across people's face.
I get it.
So, let's wrap it up here, guys. Let's see what else we can find.
Don't look.
Look at the rooms.
You're not supposed to look at this map.
I'm not looking at anything besides.
Let's go to the sunflower.
Right here.
Sunflower. Do you want to tell me what you found in your room? The stairs? Yeah, we found some stairs in this room that go down. I don't know if that interests you at all, Chief.
Oh yeah. Wait, can I can make something up? Today something I found something. Yeah.
Well, Chad already.
Chad gave you away. What do we find then? Nothing. You didn't find shit.
There's 2 more rooms on either side.
I found treasure. You get 27% of it. So you get like a fraction of one of these dragons. So let's go. Let's do some more rooms.
I'd say 27% is close to 33.
No, it's not.
Like, you might as well be getting 1 dragon.
No.
Come on.
That 6% is almost all of your partners.
How about this? I'll give you 6. I'll give you 6 silver to make up for it.
Dude, we're not doing this here.
All right.
Yeah, and as you say that, actually, you hear. Let me see, real quick. Let me see. You definitely hear something. You hear
like a sack of potatoes hit the ground.
A woman walks in, drops her groceries, all her shit spoiled.
Yeah, like, oh shit.
Damn it, I left the house for 2 days. No, you hear footsteps actually from behind you, from the kitchen.
From the kitchen?
Not in the kitchen, but from the direction of the kitchen.
Like very small footsteps. Like the person's very small. Like is a small person.
No, like regular.
I draw my bow.
Okay.
Okay, and you aim it down there.
Yeah, but it's like leveling your gun. So I pull it waiting to see something.
Yeah, and Cohen draws his sword. Chattinson does the same. And you hear the footsteps come close and then retreat.
We retreat? I want to attack you.
No, the footsteps. They walk up somewhere. You hear a... They wait a second and then they walk away.
Okay.
There was a couple footsteps too, not just one set of footsteps.
Alright, we're going to stay together for a little bit. Let's finish clearing these rooms.
Alright.
So going through these rooms, they're all like quarters. People would stay here. There's a bed, dresser.
Any money, wallets?
Looking through it, you actually find multiple pieces of silver and gems that total up to about $1.50 gold.
Ooh, 1.5 gold.
Yep.
I'll go ahead. I'll hold on to that.
Oh boy.
Divvy it up on the ship.
You might as well just give me like 50 gold right now.
50?
I mean 50 silver.
But that's the 4 rooms. You go through them rather quickly. There's nothing that interesting in them. They're all old. A lot of the furniture is falling apart, but you find, within them, stuff like that. Now, the end of the hallway, you blew it apart. The floor is now mostly gone, and beneath it seems to be... is an opening. There's something underneath. There's rooms underneath. But it's completely dark in there. And then, there's a pit, basically, that you created with the powder bomb. And then on the opposite side, there's a wall in the middle of it, and then a room on either side. And looking in, you see that they are also quarters of some kind.
I say we send Chad in.
I have a grappling hook and 20 feet of rope. We can make us swing.
You could probably actually just hop it.
Oh, we hop it. We go into the back room.
Does Chad try to hop it, miss it, and fall down?
No.
Okay.
There's a room on the left and the right.
We go right first.
Okay. Chad jumps in, looks around. There's nothing in here, but there is sort of a there's a door that would lead into a bathroom. Or not really a bathroom. There's a toilet in there, but there's a, big old thing that leads to...
We just have Chad look around and see if we need to go. If there's no doors or anything, just, hey, Chad, look around in there, see if there's anything worth a damn.
I'm not seeing much. This room's a lot nicer than the other ones that we went through, and... Oh, shit! And as he turns around and looks towards the bathroom, there's a bed there. And you, crane your neck to see, and there's a dead person on the bed. A skeleton now that is clad in some very fine armor, with some tattered robes around it.
I sneak around and go put it on.
You hop it, you hop to the pit, you go over to the bed. It is the exact same armor that you saw the dead guy wearing at the tower.
Is it better than mine?
It's very heavy. You wouldn't be able to sneak in it.
Yeah, you know what? You can have it.
Everybody's got armor. I like to be able to be nimble. I don't need heavy armor.
Yeah. So looking at it, so Chad's like, there's a door that leads out of this room. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, here on the nightstand, there's a little pouch, and he comes back to you holding a pouch and a book.
400 gold in that pouch.
Not 400 gold. A couple gemstones. They're all very
beautiful.
Thank you. No, let's see. They're all a translucent green, and each of them to be worth about 5 gold. There's 4 of them.
I'll put them in my bag.
Yeah, and then a book. Seems to be self-written.
Yeah, I flip through it to see if there's anything of any...
No, you don't. You just shake the spine.
See if any money falls out?
Yeah.
I do that. I flip through
As you do that, the book basically falls apart.
Oh, shit.
And so it falls into the pit that you've created.
This island's has some shitty-ass books, because I feel like everyone would pick those falling apart. Especially on last adventure.
It might be because they're old.
Alright. I'm not listening to you anymore. You've already had experience with this, and you sent me the wrong direction. I gather the pages that are left. I stick them in my sack, just in case somebody read later.
What's that?
I have a sack, but I'm putting shit in.
And then you check the other room?
Santa Claus?
Santa takes stuff out of his sack. I put stuff in my sack.
You're like reverse Santa.
Yeah, like a thief.
Dumb. So you check the other room as well?
Yeah, we're checking all the rooms, man.
Sitting Chad in there again?
I want to send cheese in there.
Alright.
Yeah.
Everybody takes a turn.
So you hop over the little pit. It's
fire pit?
It's a pit in the ground that I made with my bomb blowing up the bees.
And so, it's basically the same room that you were just in, much nicer, but it's still gross because it's really fucking old. There's no dead body on the bed. However, there is a shield, sort of a little buckler of some. It's made of metal. It looks pristine, actually. Yeah.
I hop over and I sneak behind it and I grab it for myself.
Oh, really? You should roll next to that.
But yeah, it's a shield that has a magical tinge to it.
What does it do?
You don't know.
The narrator does.
Yeah, I do. You don't. That's the point.
So one of us picks it up, right?
Yeah. It's very light.
Well, since I went in first, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, you're the only one in there. It looks like it would be really heavy based on like how it's built and stuff, but it's actually incredibly light.
Oh, and I pick it up, and when I'm holding it, it makes me feel like I only have 10% gravity.
Hey,
that's not it.
Oh, that's not
I'll
it.
give you 30% cut for the shield.
How about I take the shield and you just keep giving me 27%?
Alright.
Because the shield's worth a lot.
Alright, deal. Continue.
Okay.
What does the shield do? Because
you just feel incredibly light, or you don't feel light. It feels incredibly light whenever you're wielding it. So yeah, you don't know what it does yet, but you can use it.
So I put it on my arm.
Yeah, it's really small. It's a buckler, so like it's not like a tower shield or something. You know, it probably is only maybe about like that big.
So it's like a baby Captain America shield.
Sure, yeah, why not? But yeah. So now all there is to do is there's each a door in each of those rooms that lead out to another area, and then there's the pit before you, and then the double doors behind you that you haven't gone through, and the stairs that lead down.
Let's
I want to get one more fight before we go, man.
let's go back toward the footsteps.
Let's do it.
Let's go to the
I want to
footsteps.
find this.
Oh, good. Back to the very creepy footsteps. Good, great. Okay, yeah.
Chad, you lead the way since you had so much to say.
Oh, fuck. All right, yeah. So y'all go back to the double doors. You knocking them down, or are you just sneaking in?
However Chad wants to do it, we'll let Chad. Hey, Chad, get through those doors for us.
All right, I guess I'll just try to ease it open. And he tries to just push it. The doorknob does not turn, and the door does not move an inch whenever he tries to press against it.
Hey, crowbar.
I go to I go up to it, try to open it up. It doesn't open, so I see that it's locked.
It is locked, yes.
You lost your lockpick in the damn...
Oh, no.
No, you got it back. You got it back.
Two lockpicks, but
you did get that one back. It wasn't lost forever.
But I'm so drunk, it's not a lockpick. I pull out my dagger, and when I'm trying to open it, I actually slice my left hand off.
I don't understand why you keep trying to put these incredible, just terrible things on yourself. Do you honestly want your left hand completely off?
Well, when we go back to the floor,
And to deal with the injury of having lost a hand. You stupid son of a bitch.
I want this in my life.
Okay, first off, a dagger wouldn't just accidentally cut off a hand.
If I'm like this and I'm like this, and it goes, and like it just slices it off.
All right.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, Barry?
I have a crowbar also. I crowbar the door.
Wait, can I get my wrist?
As Kai is standing there, like, wouldn't it be so funny if when I use this dagger, it just cuts my hand clean off. And as he's telling you, you just take your crowbar out and you try to open it.
Wait, can someone cauterize my wound?
No.
So what? You're just sticking it between the doors and trying to pry it open.
Yep.
So you stick it between the doors. And you can't even, like, budge the doors to, like, open it at all, even to get your crowbar in there. So you just use what you got, what little give you have, and I guess make me a strength check here. Oh, what a failure.
5.
Yeah, so you...
Oh, you're pretty weak.
I've rolled a 1 every single time.
So you put all of your force behind your crowbar here to open it.
And I'm weak as shit.
Your crowbar snaps in two.
And I say, fuck it. And I say, get back, guys. I got one of these fucking powder bombs.
Jesus Christ.
Chief, I really don't like this idea, Chief.
Hey, what idea you got then?
Why don't we just go beneath the place? I mean, we got other doors that we can go to as well, but honestly, I'm drawn to the bowels of this place.
Alright, those stairs. Did you say there were some stairs?
Oh, they've got stairs.
Yeah, we found some stairs. I mean, should we use the stairs or should we go through the pit?
But I heard the stairs, like, it's like you gotta go down, like, the length of the Empire State Building.
Where'd you hear that from? You're drunk. You're drunk.
Dude, it's a long descent.
Go jump in that hole.
But I do find a jar of formaldehyde, and I stick my hand in it, and I wear it around my neck for the rest of the...
Your hand is not off.
Wait, no, I sliced it off.
No, your hand is not off.
No, it's off.
Let's go jump in the hole.
Wait, what hole?
We've been guided toward the hole. I feel the pull with the hole.
Yeah.
The pull.
Alright, well, I'll jump first.
Definitely. All right. You're going first.
Alright, I jump first, and I straight on my left hand. It comes completely off this time.
Okay, look, if you want your hand to fall off, I will make that happen at some point, but it's not just going to be, oh, I've tripped on my hand. Just give it a bit. If you really want your fucking hand off, it will happen.
Because I'm going to go back to the town and buy a device to replace it.
There's no such thing. This is not Man with the Iron Fists.
It's like that really cool character off of Billy and Mandy, the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. That dude with the robotic arm.
Oh God. Yeah. No, you're not gonna find a robotic arm in this world. But so you hop down first. Are you like putting a rope down and climbing down?
Yeah, it's really difficult though because I'm only able to use my right hand right now.
You're so fucking stupid.
One of those people that only wants one hand.
I want pity from everyone. I want one hand pity.
So you climb down into this room. It is the walls are made of stone. You're in a very narrow cell. You realize there's bars on the southern end of the room, and then the rest of the room is just stone. But at the back of the cell is a chest. A big old chest. Made of made of wood.
Alright, I'll pickpocket. I actually use a picklock this time.
Do you check to see if it's even locked first?
No, I'm just like, you know what? I guarantee it's locked. I'll check.
Okay, yeah, so you go over to check. Who do you send down the hole next?
We all three come down.
At the same time?
Yep.
Oh, and y'all all it's like a surfboard, but you get on Jeff's shield, and y'all all stand on it and slam on that thing.
Okay, somehow all three of them end up in the room at the exact same time. I don't know the physics behind it.
Oh, shield to floor.
Kai goes over there to the chest. He puts his left hand. He puts it on there, and as he goes to touch the top of the chest opens of its own accord. The inside is lined with teeth, and it chomps his hand clean off.
But this time it was my good hand.
Are you just trying to kill off this character?
He has no hand. It took his hand off. Was there any treasure in it though?
But no, I'm gonna get my left.
Well, no. So it a tongue whips out of the top of it, and it begins to hop around as it eats his hand. And Kai, you fall back.
Wait, what hand though? Like, just want to confirm with you.
It was gonna be your non-dominant hand, yeah.
Alright, but now it's not right.
And now it's your dominant, apparently, and you fall back and try to stop the bleeding, and Cohen takes his sword and slices the mimic down the middle in one fell swoop.
I'd take one hit point now for that.
You take how much health do you have left?
4.
Okay, you go down to 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, fuck.
Yeah, you lost a hand. And the mimic, as it does whenever it is killed, it sort of doesn't dissolve, but it turns back into the mushy pile of goo that it is whenever it is not currently pretending to be something. And Cohen turns around, and Chad has now taken like a cord and wrapped it around your arm to stop the bleeding. You are in pain and you are screaming, Kai. You just lost your fucking hand.
To regenerate his hand.
That does not work.
Regenerate my hand. I actually have a health potion still. 1 health potion.
That will not regrow your hand.
No, but it does heal my left hand back to normal, and it does give me how many health points? Health points back?
Yeah, you can drink it if you want to.
Alright, so it heals my left hand.
So do you drink it or do you put it on your wound?
Well, what happens if I drink it?
I slap it out of his hand.
Okay.
And I'm like, you dumb son of a bitch. You're going to get 27%. You've done everything in your power to try to fucking sabotage this mission. You're going to walk out of here with a gimp hand and no hand. And that's the end of it. And I'm going to give you half of what I told you I'd give you just to save your life.
You're going to give me 19% still?
Not even 19%, like 13. Chief, maybe got a bit of an issue here.
What is it, Chad?
He's pointing outside of the bars. There's a door, there's a door there. But on the other side of the bars, you see beyond it, it's a hallway, sort of, that stretches to your left and your right. And looking through it, you didn't notice it before because it's really dark down here, but Chad has lit a torch, and he's holding it out in front of him. And beyond it, the hallway is jam-packed with people. And they turn to you. There is blackness in their eyes, foaming from their mouths and falling out of their ears. These people are dressed in commoners' clothes, in servants' clothes, and just a bunch of different kinds of trappings. And they turn to look at you, and they all begin to screech as loud as they possibly can. And it hurts your head to even hear it. And they begin to reach through the bars to try to get to you. But, luckily or unluckily, the door is locked.
I say, because I'm a funny dude, I say, put your dukes up, because he ain't got no dukes. And as my buddies are turning around to look at me, I'm already back there lighting up a powder bomb. And I fucking throw it into the fucking thing.
And that's the end of the episode. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit.
Dude, you need to get more powder bombs next episode.